Being a MMA truther is not easy. Sometimes it feels like being a defense attorney. Imagine having to build a case in favor of this fool, but somehow I did it. Out of 70 reporters, only one of them picked O'Malley to win.
There's 70 reporters in this room right now. One guy raised his hand that thought Sean O'Malley was going to win tonight.
And that's just because he watched my video. And O'Malley is going to snipe him early. The betting odds were against him. The talking heads were against him.
I got Aljo.
But the research was not. I watched every single one of their fights last week, and I quickly realized that this was a terrible matchup for Aljamain Sterling Silver. I bet you didn't do this kind of research because you probably got a real job. So you didn't realize how good O'Malley was. But don't feel bad. Sterling didn't know either.
Sean is a lot better than I thought, man.
And neither did DC.
He loves this moment, whereas O'Malley may look a little nervous.
All of a sudden, he became a body language expert, and he thought that he was witnessing nervousness right here. I think it's entirely possible that DC learned English from Khabib because he clearly doesn't understand what the word nervous means. This is simply a poised individual. On the other hand, DC thought that Sterling looked confident right here in this moment, where as soon as he heard the boos from the crowd, he immediately showed everybody that he didn't care by peacocking and feeding right into their energy. And this behavior might have concerned his coach, but it didn't concern DC.
I always look at their face when they hit the curtain. Aljamain loves this.
Some days I feel like everyone hates me.
He's way too preoccupied with what people think about him. That's why he was invading Bruce Buffer's personal space with his chesticles. It's not intimidation. It's insecurity.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
And when he started kicking O'Malley's legs and he didn't immediately go down like if he was Neil Magny, Sterling got paranoid and he started throwing desperate, ineffective kicks. And he couldn't punch him because O'Malley was keeping him back with that leg reach. Besides when he wanted to show him that he could snipe him whenever he wanted to. O'Malley was so comfortable that he was even throwing spinning stuff.
I hope he does spin so I can take his back.
We ain't finna do nothing.
So Sterling went back to what he does best, which apparently is not what he does best against O'Malley. He took down the Olympic gold medalist 2 times in the first round, but failed 2 attempts against O'Malley. An O'Malley who was apparently injured and couldn't even grapple for 6 weeks. To make it even worse, Sterling must have been starving because they had him fighting on an empty stomach. At least that's the only explanation for why he was biting down on so many of those feints. They should have been teaching him about that foundational nutrition. Of course, I'm talking about AG1. Ever since I made AG1 part of my morning routine, I don't even mind waking up before 2 p.m. And I don't have to be chugging coffee like this fool because I stay feeling energized throughout the whole day. How could I not when I got 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients flowing through my body? Not only do I have the energy to be active, I feel like I could recover quicker and get right back to it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I wish I could drink AG1 because I'm an athlete and I feel like I would benefit from it. You can. It's NSF certified for sport, ensuring the highest quality and safety. And it takes like a minute. You just need some water, some AG1, some shaking capabilities, and you'll be taking your body, brain, and gut health to the next level. And you don't have to sacrifice your taste buds in the process because it tastes like pineapple. Just go to drinkag1.com/Mexican martial arts to get started on your order. And Athletic Greens is gonna hook you up with a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Shout out to AG1 for sponsoring this video. AG every day. During the timeout, Tim Welch reminded O'Malley that he basically didn't need to do anything but counter because Sterling couldn't reach him.
He's got to get close to you. You're going to be able to counter him when he gets close to you.
And that he didn't have to overexert himself by pushing the offense.
You don't have to overcommit on anything, okay?
So O'Malley told him, say less. And he took advantage of Sterling's forward-moving style because he did his homework. And then what followed was either the earliest late stoppage or the latest early stoppage of all time.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, it was definitely not early. You could see Sterling going in and out.
Either way, it was not gonna get better for Sterling. But the saddest part was Sterling basically admitting that he fought the way that he did because of the fans.
I didn't want the fight to be boring. I could have sat on the outside and just kept playing the leg kick game. But then I would have had all the criticisms of everybody else, and I was like,
I could have made that a boring fight, and I probably wouldn't be here right now. It ain't easy, man, putting your heart on the sleeve for the world to watch and judge and criticize, but it's the game we play.
He tries to put on that front and act like he doesn't care.
There's a good guy and a bad guy. I don't know why I'm the bad guy, but I'm the bad guy.
But at the end of the day, and I bet you, even at the beginning of the day, he just wants people to like him. And I gotta be honest, he instantly became more likable after the fight. He handled all of it like a true gentleman.
Congrats to him and his team. I can't say nothing bad about the guy. This was nothing but respect at the end of the day. Another guy chasing the dream.
But there was one final thing that I was correct about. I was correct about all of it, but I want to point out this one thing right now. The UFC narrative. Of course, Sterling wants the rematch.
Aljo, would you say an immediate rematch is what you would like the most?
That is 100% what I would like the most.
But O'Malley didn't even want to hear about that.
Aljamain Sterling said he wanted to do an immediate rematch, that's his main priority.
He's not 45. These weight cuts are too hard.
No, he says he'd like to fight.
Next question.
And Dana was trying to act like Sterling wants to move up.
Asking me right now, I'll bet he's going to say I'm going to move up.
Even though he just implied that he didn't think that was a good idea.
you have talked about going up to 45. Does that change now?
Definitely got to go back and reassess some things, because if he caught me like that, I can only imagine what Volkanovski would do, you know, so.
Dana never wanted Sterling as champion. He doesn't want that to even be a possibility again.
Not even thinking about that right now.
Dana doesn't want to give him the rematch. Sterling won't fight Merab, and Sterling knows that he can't beat Volkanovski. With all disrespect, I think Sterling should take his acting skills to the WWE and get paid.
$1 million funk, but it's not the way I wanted to get my milli.